I'm speaking, for those of you who couldn't be there, about his best man speech, which, for Danielle to know, this was no mere speech. He probably had a good shot at Best Original Screenplay. This was an epic tale of baseball, quicksand, and brotherly love. And so, in the immortal words of the great poet, Jack Black of Tenacious D, my speech is not the greatest speech in the world. This is just a tribute. You see, my brother and I, at a young age, would go and play at the field behind my parents' house. And loving baseball, you couldn't get us away from the place. We'd be out there, rain or shine, and in this specific occasion, it was a little more rain than shine, and the field had turned to mud. Well, in the minds of young 6- and 8-year-olds who grew up on 80s movies, the threat of quicksand was as real as the threat of Soviet Russia. I mean, you've seen the scene in, The Never-Ending Story, or The Princess Bride. I even looked it up. There was an episode of Knight Rider where Kit fell in quicksand. If you have a supercar falling into a pit of quicksand, you know it's serious. So for Josh and me, being out on the field stuck in this mud, we knew we were goners. We looked at each other, two-man, stranded between second and third, no way out. We were going down together, and that was going to be the end. But fortunately, we had some ingenuity. We figured out we could untie our shoelaces and get away. So here we are to share that moment. And as my brother told that story, I learned something that I knew was always there, but I got to see it. And that is that my brother cares very deeply about the people who are important to him. He will be by your side through the worst situations, the threat of deadly quicksand, no matter what. And he deserves someone who can match that loyalty and that courage. So it was a pretty high bar that I had when Danielle walked into the picture. 2 years ago, we met her, and we had a lot of hope that this could be the one for Josh. His baseball career, had him out on the road and by himself a lot. So it was a really good sign when she came and spent a lot of time to go and see him, support him out there. And that was a good sign. But we knew that there were 3 remaining criteria that really needed to count. One being the terrible humor that runs in the Wilson family. She had to withstand the blistering onslaught of just bad joke after bad joke. And much to our surprise, she can dish just as well as she can take. If you don't believe me, just ask her to tell you the one about the time Joe bit a lady. You'll see what I mean. The number 2 factor was going to be how she could deal with the chronic tardiness of the Wilson family. We run on our own time zone called Wilson time. And it's a testament to her pull in the family that she managed to get me, my brother, and my dad all here in a timely fashion.
Are you?
Like I said, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. But the third factor was how she managed to make her own place among the family, being as idiosyncratic as we are, having to learn fashion tips from, the likes of Beagle Bill. Having to deal with, the sunny tropical paradise that is Pittsburgh in the winter. I'm proud that she made the choice to move up and, spend that time with the family, especially with Josh not being there. And, for my son Nate, who is going to be 4 in January, he's known her as Aunt Channel for his entire speaking life. So that says a lot about what impression she's made. So, in honor of Danielle meeting the bar, and for Josh finding the woman who can match his loyalty, I'd like to give a toast. To Josh and Danielle. Alright, I gotta go. We'll wrap this up. So please raise your glasses to Josh and Danielle. in the bleachers and in the off-season, in the sunny climes of Pittsburgh and the snowy days, cold days down here at the beach, on solid ground and in deadly quicksand. I know you guys will have each other.
Thanks.